Hello, first graders, and welcome to Math here on BCPS-TV. Thank you for joining us this week. My name is Mr. Tang, and I'll be walking you through Lesson 1 for the week of May 18th to May 25th. Today we're going to go over a game called Roll Tens. Our objective for today is that we will build and model counting by tens by adding single-digit numbers to compose groups of 10. So we will be able to take a look at some strategies to help us build some efficiency, meaning so we can work a lot quicker and easier. Let's start off by taking a look at this image. What do you notice and what do you wonder? I hope you notice that there are cubes used in both the left and right side of the image. I hope you notice that there are red cubes and green cubes. I also hope that you notice that on the left, we have all of our cubes stacked and put together. And on our right, we have them all laid out separately and individually. Did you notice that all together there are 5 red cubes and 5 green cubes on both the left side and the right side? Did you notice that there are 20 cubes all together? What kind of questions do you have? What do you wonder? Good mathematicians look for strategies to help make adding and counting more efficient. An efficient strategy makes solving a problem quicker and easier. And who doesn't want that? For example, when you add multiple single-digit numbers, it is helpful to make groups of 10 to make counting and adding easier. Let's take a look at the addition sentence we have on the screen. 7 plus 5. Using a tens frame, we can start by filling in 7. I can see that there are 3 open spaces, so 3 more would make 10. If we move over to our 5, we know that if we took 3, we would be left with 2, because 3 plus 2 equals 5. Moving our 3 over fills out our 10 frame and gives us 10. We know this because 7 plus 3 equals 10. This leaves us with a nice easy addition sentence of 10 plus 2, which equals 12. So 7 plus 5 equals 12. One of the best ways to build our fluency for counting tens by adding single-digit numbers is by playing games that help provide us with the opportunities to practice our skills and strategies. Today we will learn a fun one called Roll Tens. To play this game, you will need a spinner, cubes if possible, the Roll Tens game board, crayons, markers, and/or pencils. In this game, 2 players will work together to make rows of 10 cubes. You will take turns either rolling 2 dice or spinning the spinner 2 times. If you have cubes, then you can go ahead and collect the total number that you roll, snap them together, and add them to your total. Otherwise, color them in on the mat. That's what we're going to be doing here. The game is over when you fill in your mat with rows of 10 cubes. The goal for game number 1 is 30, so the game will be over when we get to 30. To begin, player 1 will spin the spinner 2 times. 8 and 4. Player 1 will add those 2 numbers together and color in that many connecting cubes on the mat. So let's go ahead and do that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus 4 more. 1, 2. Uh-oh. Remember, a row can only have 10 cubes, so if you have any cubes left over, start coloring the next row. 3, 4. So 8 plus 4 equals 12. We shaded in 12 cubes. Now it's player 2's turn. Player 2 will also spin the spinner 2 times. 7 and 6. Player 2 will add those two numbers together and color in that many connecting cubes on the mat. Remember, the game is over when the mat is full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we have to add 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 plus 6 is 13. So we colored in 13 cubes. Is our game over? No, because the mat is not completely filled out. So player 1 gets a turn again. Boys and girls, how much does player 1 need to roll to complete this game? At least 5. You will have access to 3 different game boards. The first one you saw was to 30. The second one is to 50. And the last one is to 80. There are so many different ways to get to these numbers, so feel free to play as much as you'd like. A PowerPoint slide of the Roll10's game board is included on your Schoology page. You can open the PowerPoint slide and use the draw feature to digitally write on the game board and then save and upload it for your teacher to see. Directions for how to play the game are also on the first slide. You can complete this journal prompt on another sheet of paper or type it up with a picture to submit to your teacher. It says, if I had a collection of marbles that I don't want to count one by one, how can I organize them to make it easier to count? You can use pictures and words to explain. Great job today, boys and girls. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and do the math.